morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the force between two parallel conductors. Force between two parallel conductors. Of infinite length calculus. For 5 months. Force between two parallel conductors of infinite length. Listen. So before you are going to discuss this, consider a conductor of infinite length, straight conductor of infinite length carrying current I amperes. Now I consider point P, which is at a perpendicular distance smaller from the conductor. The point P is at a distance smaller from the conductor. Now magnetic field at the point P due to this conductor formula is B is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi r. This is magnetic field at point P due to this straight conductor. Now the direction of the magnetic field at the point P is given by right hand thumb rule. So the direction of current in the conductor, put thumb, now fold fingers. The folding fingers gives direction of the magnetic field. Now this is direction of current. Now I am folding the fingers like this. Now at point B, the fingers are moving inwards. Therefore, the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the current. This is the magnitude of the magnetic field at point P. This gives the direction. Okay. Now, listen. Consider two parallel conductors, two parallel straight conductors of infinite length carrying currents I1, I2 amperes. The current of the two conductors. Here, the currents are in the same direction. Let's smaller is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel conductors. Now if you observe here, now in this you are going to calculate force on each conductor. Now here, consider this as first conductor, consider this as second conductor. Now the second conductor is at a distance smaller from the first conductor. Therefore, what is the magnet? There is a current in the two conductors. That's why the two conductors produces magnetic fields. Current carrying conductor produces magnetic fields. Here, the point is the second conductor is in the magnetic field produced by the first conductor. Similarly, the first conductor is in the magnetic field of second conductor. Now, let B1 is the magnetic field due to first conductor, B2 is the magnetic field due to second conductor. No, if you observe here, magnetic field at second conductor. Magnetic field at second conductor is nothing but due to first conductor. Is due to first conductor. Now what is the magnetic field at second conductor? It will be B1. B1 is equal to magnetic field to first conductor at the second conductor. B1 is equal to, here the magnetic field in the second conductor is at a distance smaller from the first conductor. Therefore, at a distance r from the first conductor, what is the magnetic field? Mu naught I1 divided by 2 pi r. This is the magnetic field at a distance smaller from this conductor. Nothing but magnetic field at the second conductor. Mu naught I1 by 2 pi r. So, what is the direction of this magnetic field? Now, B1 is magnetic field to first conductor. That's why put thumb in the direction of current in the first conductor. Now fold fingers. Now the magnetic field B1 is inwards. Okay? And B1 is the magnetic field at the second conductor. due to first conductor. Direction of the magnetic field is perpendicularly into the plane of the board. Okay, students. Next, the magnetic field at first conductor due to second conductor means it will be B2. B2 is the magnetic field produced by the second conductor. It will be B2. B2 is equal to, now here B2 is the magnetic field at a distance smaller from the second conductor. B2 formula mu naught I2 divided by 2 pi r. Now the direction of B2 is, here B2 is magnetic field due to second conductor. Now E side way, put thumb the direction of current in the second conductor and the direction of I2. Now fold fingers, the first conductor is this side. So magnetic field B2 is outwards. B2 is outwards. Right. At the first conductor there is a magnetic field. There is a magnetic field due to second conductor. Now that is said to be B2. The direction is outwards. Now finally, the two conductors produces magnetic fields. Okay. First conductor is in the magnetic field of second conductor. Second conductor is in the magnetic field of first conductor. This is what we written. Therefore, if we observe here, now come to only the first conductor, there is a magnetic field acting on the first conductor. What is the magnetic field on the first conductor? B2 is the magnetic field. The first conductor is in the magnetic field B2. Now the conductor is carrying current I1 amperes. When you consider a conductor carrying current in the magnetic field, force acts on the conductor. Now what is that force? BAL sin theta. Actually it is the formula. Now if we see here, the force on the first conductor let me F12. The force on the first conductor. The force on the first conductor due to magnetic field of second conductor. The force on the first conductor due to second conductor. Let me F12. F12 is equal to force on first conductor due to second conductor. First conductor due to second conductor. F12 is equal to formula magnetic field B2, current in the conductor I1. Let L is consider length L of the conductor. Here also consider L length of the conductor. Now on the length L, the force on the conductor, remember F12 is equal to B2 I1 L. Now from this we can write B2 is equal to mu naught I2 divided by 2 pi r I1 into L. Now finally we can write F12 is equal to mu naught I1 I2 L divided by 2 pi r. This is the force on the first conductor due to second conductor or due to magnetic field of second conductor. Here actually these conductors of infinite length, but I am considering a length, a part of a conductor of length L. Here also L. Now force on L length of this conductor B2 I1L. The magnetic field on this conductor is B2. Current in the conductor is I1. We consider length L of this conductor B2 I1L. Similarly, the force on the second conductor. force on the second conductor due to first conductor. Force on the second conductor due to first conductor. Here I am writing force on second conductor F21. Force on second conductor due to magnetic field of first conductor. Here also there is a magnetic field on the first conductor. What is the magnetic field? B1. B1 is nothing but the magnetic field produced by the first conductor. There is a magnetic field on the second conductor. B1. B1 is due to first conductor. That's why I am writing force on the second conductor due to first conductor. Means due to magnetic field of first conductor. F21. You can write B1. Magnetic field on the second conductor is B1. Current I2L. But here we are not taking sin theta. Why you are not taking sin theta? General force on a conductor formula F is equal to BIL sin theta. If theta is angle between length of conductor and magnetic field. If you observe here, the conductor is in two conductors. Two conductors are in the plane of the board. The magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the board. Here, the angle between length and magnetic field is 90 degrees. The length of the conductor, two conductors, is in the plane of the board. The magnetic field, two magnetic fields are perpendicular to the plane of the board. Here inwards, here outwards, whatever may be the direction. But the two magnetic fields B1 B2 are perpendicular to the plane of the board. That's why the angle between length and magnetic field is 90 degrees. That's why I am not taking here 90. Sin 90 means 1 more. If you substitute B1, we can get mu1, sorry, mu naught I1 mu naught I1 I2 L divided by pi. This is the force on the second conductor due to first conductor. Okay. If we observe these two, consider this is equation 1, consider this equation as 2. If you observe these two, force on first conductor F12, force on second conductor F21, numerically equal. Mu naught I1 I2L by 2 pi r. If you substitute here mu B1 value, you can get the same. Mu naught I1 I2L by 2 pi r. Means the force on first conductor, force on second conductor, both these two are same. Means same amount of force acts on the two conductors. Okay. What are these directions? What are the directions of these forces? Direction of F12, force on first conductor. Force on first conductor. Come to the first conductor. This is the first conductor. What is the direction of the force? If we see here, current. How can you know the direction of the force? By Fleming's left hand rule. Forefinger gives direction of magnetic field. Middle finger gives direction of current in the conductor. Thumb gives direction of the force. If you observe this diagram here, the magnetic field is B2 is outwards, current is upwards. See, this is magnetic field is outwards, current is upwards. Now force is towards the second conductor. Force on first conductor due to second conductor. This is the direction. Similarly, force on second conductor due to first conductor. Use Fleming's left hand rule. This is the direction of magnetic field, direction of current in the conductor. This is the thumb. Force on second conductor due to first conductor. These are the directions. This means force on first conductor due to second. This is the direction. Force on the first conductor due to second means that force is towards second conductor. F12 is towards second conductor. F12 is towards second conductor. Force on the first conductor due to second conductor is towards second conductor. Means the second conductor is attracting the first conductor with this force. This F12 is nothing but due to second conductor. Now the second conductor is attracting the first conductor with this force. Similarly, force on second conductor due to first conductor. This is the direction. Means here there is a force on the second conductor due to magnetic field of first conductor, but the force direction is like this. From this we can understand the first conductor is attracting the second conductor. Here the first conductor attracted by the second conductor is attracted by the first conductor with equal forces. Means the two conductors are attracting each other with equal amount of force, like action-reaction pairs. F2, F1 to F2. Okay, students. Force on the first conductor due to second conductor. Because of second conductor, this is the force. But this force is towards second conductor. Means the second conductor is attracting the first conductor. Similarly, the first conductor is attracting the second conductor. So the two conductors are attracting each other with the same amount of force. What is that force? Mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. Okay. From this I want to tell one point. Here, the two parallel conductors are there. They are carrying currents in the same direction. If the currents directions are same, the two conductors attract each other with equal amount of force. Now finally, let F12 is equal to F21 is equal to F is mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi. The two are attracting each other with same force. That force I am taking as a F. The F1 to F21 equal. Instead of F1 to F21, I am taking the force F capital. Now from this we can write F by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi. This is a force per unit length on each conductor. Force per unit length on each conductor is equal to mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi. Okay. Now from this we are going to define ampere. Definition of ampere. Ampere definition. Now we have force per unit length on each conductor. F by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 divided by 2 pi r. Now from this we can write, already we know mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. This is the mu naught value. Okay. Here, let I1 I2 is equal to 1 ampere. The current, magnitude of the currents in the two conductors, let be 1 ampere. R is equal to, let be 1 meter. Now, from this we can write F by L is equal to mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. I1 I2 1 into 1 1 divided by 2 pi R value 1 meter. If we do this, we can get force per unit length on each conductor 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons. 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons. This is the force per unit length on each conductor. Here mu naught is permeability of free space. Means the medium between the two conductors is this gap. What is the medium? Free space or area, approximate area or free space. Now, when we consider the currents in the two conductors as 1 ampere, the two conductors are separated in free space by distance 1 meter. Now force per unit length how much? 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons. Now in opposite we are going to define the ampere. Now from this note, when two long infinitely conductors, parallel conductors, two long straight infinitely parallel conductors carrying same amount of current and carrying same amount of currents separated by distance 1 meter. Separated by distance 1 meter. If the force per unit length on each conductor is, if the force per unit length on each conductor is 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter, Newton per meter. Now the currents in the two conductors is said to be 1 ampere. Okay, that is the definition of ampere. So the point is on two straight parallel conductors carrying currents I1 comma I2 amperes of infinite length separated by distance smaller and let be small. Actually these conductors of infinite length. Now if the currents are in the same direction, first what is the force between the two conductors? Mu naught I1, I2, if you consider length L of the infinite conductor, the actual infinite conductor of infinite length, but in that time consider one small part of length L of the conductor. Mu naught I1, I2 L by 2 pi R. Force on each conductor. Here if the currents are in the same direction, the two conductors attract each other. If the currents are in the opposite direction, this is I1, this is I2. Carrying currents I1 comma I2, but these two conductors of infinite length and parallel to each other, separated by distance R. Now the force on each conductor same, magnitude of the force on each conductor is same, but directions are opposite. Means if the currents in the two conductors are in opposite direction, they repulse each other. If the current in the conductors are in the same direction, they attract each other. Keep in that mind. Okay, students, this is about force between two parallel conductors.